doing today? Are we doing alright? That was Skirmish with New Joint, also known as Sweet Sweet Love. Well, Sweet Love. So, let's go and talk stuff, shall we? It's been it's been a weird 3 weeks, to say the least. We all got to watch history. We watched America get sold to the highest bidder. And we watched America cheered on the population. And we're watching the population idly sitting back while clearly horrible things happen. Blatantly, clearly unqualified. These people have spent so much time fighting and arguing that this is their savior and hero that they will. I don't know if they have the ability to back off of that. They've doubled down so many times. They doubled down on the pussy grabbing. They doubled down on the rape. They doubled down on classified documents. They doubled down on COVID. They tripled down on 2020 when they went and attacked the Capitol. They quadrupled down when they stuck with him. And they multiplied that times 40,000 trillion when they voted for him, even as Elon Musk was on his coattails going into the door. The multiplication factor there really truly is, for the first time, in actual economics, like the Trump factor. That's the real Trump factor. He promises you something for years, and when it comes time to deliver it, he slides in at the last second with an extra person, like Epstein or Musk, and completely sells you the fuck out. The thing is, it's been told to you over and over and over and over and over again. And of course, if you were the choir, I mean, I'm just preaching to the choir then. But what's happening is so orchestrated and so deep and far-reaching, it appears coincidental, casual. It appears even to Donald Trump that he's won. It appears to the American people that Donald Trump has won. It appears to the world that Donald Trump has won. It appears to everyone. Not me. Not me. Would you like to know why? Would you care to know why? Okay. The Supreme Court did not give Donald Trump immunity. They gave the office of president immunity to keep whatever you do in the name of keeping the union together. If it's within the scope of your presidential duties. Why? To help Donald Trump? No. No. Not at all. They don't give a fuck about Donald Trump. They care about Harlan Crow. They care about Elon Musk. They care about that. But they don't care a fuck at all about Donald Trump. He's not really in the club. He's a useful idiot. The one thing the Republican Party and these billionaires, the billionaire class that wants more, didn't have was a charlatan, huckster, fraudster who could actually sell the bullshit in mass. En masse. Like, you know what I mean? They didn't have a carnival barker who would say anything. Even George Bush Jr., the small one, even he wouldn't say anything. Donald Trump, you flash some cash to him, or you say he's the smartest guy in the world, he'll say anything. He has no moral compass. None. Everyone's seeing it. You're seeing it right now. I went on groceries. He actually thinks that he invented the term prime the pump as an economic term. No one ever said it before him. He actually believes that. There's a lot of stuff I say and a lot of stuff that I do and whatever. And I'm like, hey, I've said this for a long time, whatever. But I don't think I created any of it. What's going on, like I said, is so big. It's so large. It's so huge. And it's so... You have to have a lot of memory. Okay? Not only that, you must be able to access all of it. Okay? Not only that, but you must be able to do something with that information. And you must also be able to extrapolate. All things that this school system that we've been living under pretty much works out of your system as quickly as possible. It's simple recitation of facts in a book and to not question those facts. Do not question. First off, we'll get to your little microscope and we'll show you enough stuff growing up that you trust us to be the rest of the shit we tell you from here on out. You're just going to believe it. Okay? That's what's going on with the school system. To prime you to get up around 8 o'clock in the morning as a kid. Be out the door and be home by 3. Why? Because when you graduate, you're going to go to college where there's more time on you. Now it's on you. It was your parents. Now it's on you. In college, you have classes throughout the day of things that you have to do. Then you're home by a certain time again also. Getting you ready for a 9 to 5. Against your will, but you're already in the set schedule. Your sleep habits are already waking up. By that time, you're already waking up. You're already getting tired. Because for over 14 years, you were on the schedule. Their schedule. And now it's your schedule. Why do you go to bed at the times you would go to bed? Because you want to? Because you're tired? Because you're done with the day? You don't have anything else you want to do? Is that what it is? Or is there someone else's schedule that you're going to be late for? In the land of freedom. It goes so far back that you got to think about this. Europe's a big place. Europe's a big place. Most places over there now are kind of leaning towards science and atheism. There's not so much religion over there, right? Now there's a ton of religion in America, especially Christianity. Christianity is not that big of a deal in Europe. All across Europe, it's just not that big of a deal. You are or you're not. You know, it's not like now, where it's a requirement to hold office. It's a requirement to hold, you know what I mean, to be trusted. Well, you know, I mean, I would, but he's a business guy and he's smart, but he's a Muslim. And, you know, you just can't trust him. Right? If he was a good Christian guy, then I would know where. But, you know, I mean, in the end, he believes in the wrong God. So, he does. I thought we had freedom of religion. There is no wrong here. Oh, but my Bible says. Oh, so you want to establish your Bible as the ultimate religion? Well, no, I want you to be able to choose like Baptist, Southern Baptist, Catholic, you know, Protestant. We have lots of Christianity for you to choose from. That's what they came over here for. Isn't it? Because they had all that shit, the Protestants and the Reformation and the Catholics. That's from Europe. Okay, fuck Weasel? That's from Europe. The Quakers and all that shit, they brought the shit here with them. So, why do they have to flee? Well, they couldn't practice the way they wanted to. What way did they want to practice Christianity that was not allowed? Think of Europe right now. Greeks, bathhouses. You could just move to another country in Europe. You didn't have to sit across the fucking ocean and do a real genocide. That many Native Americans, that's a genocide. This was their country. Genocide. What's happening in Gaza is not a genocide. It is a tragedy. It's unfortunate. It's bad. It's not going to end well. Because you have some of the most powerful religions at odds, not just neighbors at odds, but now these are actual religions. You just step the fucking thing up to world level. Because one thing people will not back down on is their religion. Not if it's true. Not if it's a true religion. Not if you truly believe. You will never back down from that. You'll never will. So what is the only answer? Because I won't back down from my God. And you won't back down from your God. And we have a problem. See? Oh, we'll separate you two. And that'll be good. Who are we to separate them? Who are we to interfere? Who said that America must be the peacekeepers and trendsetters of the world? You do. Because that's what they taught you in school. See how that works? You see how that works? Isn't it amazing that the country you live in is the best in the world? Despite its flaws, despite its problems, it's still better than anywhere else in the world. Aren't you lucky? Aren't you lucky? To give you an idea of what's going on, I'll give you a glimpse into Trump's mind. Just a bit, okay? Just a bit. And then if you can extrapolate from that, then you're on the road. And that's good. And you can figure out what's going on. Okay. Trump is a charlatan. He's a fraud. He's a huckster. He's been scamming his way through life, his entire fucking life. His entire fucking life. That's why he won't release his transcripts from school. Despite having the best words, being super smart, and having a brain. Even though he shits himself in a diaper. Oh, yes, he does. Go back to the fucking video of him wrestling in the 90s with the whatever. You can clearly see the diaper. Michael Cohen confirmed it. His fixer. So he shits his pants. He lies constantly. And the only thing that matters to him is money. That's why. Does Bill Gates live in a golden house? Think of how rich Bill Gates is. Does he live in a golden house? Is there a Gates Towers? Is there a Gates Casino? Is there a Gates Hotel and Resort? Is there a Gates University to teach you how to become the better billionaire? How to usurp me and take my job away from me? How to be me so that the world doesn't need me and so I can go ahead and go from being one of the richest people in the world to being one of the poorest. It's real easy. Want me to show you how to do it? Would you like the keys to my house and my car too? I've got my wallet in my pocket. You want that? Because that's one thing billionaires are known for doing. No, wait. Are you tired of working 9 to 5? You want to get rich today? You want to take 4 months training course and learn how to make millions of dollars? Hi, I'm Donald J. Trump. Everyone knows I'm very rich. And now I'm going to teach you how to do it for the low price. Just take a Pell Grant loan and join my university, which we've been warned by legal people already to not call it a university because it is not accredited. Didn't stop him. This is him going into president 2016. He settled for $50 million. They wanted $150 million back from him that he had taken. So he settled for $50 million, and he made $100 million on the scam. The lawyers for the people said, we don't want a settlement. We want the 150. The lawyer said, I know, but I got to get paid. And 50 million's a lot for me. I know you guys are out, but see, it's better than nothing. And he's got a lot of money because he's still lying. And the concept is that he has a lot of money, and he's got lawyers on, and he's probably sent out from Michael Cohen at the time. We're ready to fight this for years. Because Michael Cohen was saying he would take a bullet. Before he got arrested, he was willing to take a bullet. Isn't it funny? Everybody loves Donald Trump, and then they get affected by him, and suddenly they can't fucking stand him. Do you think that is a common trend that you're exempt from? He didn't stay loyal to Steve Bannon. He didn't stay loyal to Michael Cohen. He didn't stay loyal to anyone. He didn't stay loyal to our troops in Afghanistan when he ordered the disastrous act. He ordered that to fall in Biden's time. Biden didn't order that. And what do you guys do? What do you guys always do? I mean, the radical Republican voters and politicians. What do you guys always do? It's your mess now. You're the president. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care how bad. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care how much you ran. I don't care how much you ran. You're the president now. You're the president. You're the president now. Donald Trump's in his office. Do you believe what Biden left, the mess that he left? He's going to need at least 12 years. Fuck, he's going to need at least 40 years to fix what Biden's done. So we got to change the rules. Because Biden fucked up so much. Well, you got to understand that Biden ruined the economy. No, it's not the same. See, when you took office, you promised hope and change. So therefore, it's your economy. It doesn't matter that we were in one of the 2008, the worst recessions that we've ever had. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that we got back from that to a fairly decent place. And then Trump ruined that, collapsed things again. How are you guys not watching this? What are you actually seeing? Are you watching the past? Are you watching what are you so oblivious to life that I think it's just selfish. Yeah, honestly, I think that's what it's wrong. I think it's just selfish. I think it's just selfishness. Because again, nothing matters to you guys until it hits you. There was someone talking today. I was watching an article on whatever, and they're talking about the problem with it is that like the Democrats are and the Democratic voters or whatever are they're full of shit too. I'm neither Democrat nor Republican. I believe in God, who owns the whole fucking world and the entire universe and all that shit, and he doesn't play fucking favorites to countries or political sides. That's not what he doesn't give a fuck about. He doesn't give a fuck about race. He doesn't give a fuck about money. He doesn't give a fuck about ability, like disability. He doesn't give a fuck about any of that shit. He doesn't favor this flag over that flag. And if you think about it, the cruelness. No, you can have a favorite kid. You understand what I'm saying? Now, of all my kids I've had, I'm the most proud of you. You can have that. Don't you tell your brothers and sisters. Don't fucking tell them. Don't you fucking say you take that shit to your grave. But just know in your heart, you're my favorite. They're good. I mean, I don't have any problem with them. They're your brothers and sisters. I don't hate them. I love them. Right? But let's admit, even of all these guitars in here, I have a favorite. I do have a favorite. Which one? Fuck you. I take it to my grave. I have a favorite microphone. This may or may not be it. I have a favorite computer. You know what I mean? I've got it's and how can you have that? Why? It's just natural. So why wouldn't you have a favorite kid? No, I love them equally because that's what you're supposed to say. I could probably be honest and tell you which one of my kids I love the most, but I don't. I haven't seen them since they were 9, and they're like 24, 25, and that's not my fault. I've been trying, but anyways. So what's really going on? Just a glimpse into Trump's mind. We have a small look into the window of a pussy-grabbing pedophile. Yes, Jeffrey Epstein and the fucking this Teen USA where he admitted on Howard Stern he just walked in on him. Come on. Oh, it's just locker room talk. Was it? Because he seemed rather proud of it. And the fact he wants to fuck his daughter. So, take a look at where Greenland is. Don't look at what's there or what look at where it is. Look at where it is. What's it saying about Canada? 51st state. All right? You can't tariff somebody if they're one of your states, right? You don't tariff them and they don't tariff you. If you acquire Mexico, you actually have a means of production. America has a reserve of about 50 years worth of gasoline. Now, recently they supposedly emptied those reserves and then refilled them cheaper. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know. I don't know if the 50 years is true or not. And I wouldn't doubt it. Now, is it 50 years for America or is it 50 years for the world? Because remember now, those oil tycoons and stuff were just fucking pumping, weren't they? And OPEC and all that shit has just been pumping and pumping and pumping since they fucking struck black gold. They have been pumping, haven't they? Non-stop. Not one day goes by where they're not pumping. When the well goes dry, but... So, we are to blame for Saudi Arabia and the Middle East having all that OPEC money. Standard Oil went over there and did that shit. We have 50 years. Is it for the world or whatever? The plan, I'm sure, was to, when the gas runs out, since we didn't have any, especially back then, we didn't have any other, you notice how strong they're fighting to keep us on a supposedly limited fuel. They're fighting and getting you to avoid an electric car, a hydrogen car, a toroidal energy car. If you don't know what toroidal energy is, T-A-U, like Taurus, toroidal energy. It's too late. The end's coming. The end is almost here. So that's why I've got a big I don't give a fuck problem. Because we're so close to the end that I don't give a fuck. I don't fucking care. I don't fucking care. I have the things that I care about. Aside from that, I just don't fucking care. I did before. Until I realized how little anything and anyone else cares about any fucking thing. about any fucking thing. That whole you can't beat them, join them. We're at the end. We're at the end. It's knocking. What I said before about the past, present, and future is 100% true. It is obviously true. Where we are here now could not have happened unless everything went the way it went to get to here, which means that where we're going is being whittled away with every single choice. Every single choice that every person on the face of the earth is making at any point in time, these quantum fields interacting with each other. I make a decision that I'm going to go faster in a car and cut you off. That causes you to almost have a car wreck. And it ripples through, and then you have a fucking asshole, and then you do something, and you try and chase me, so you run a red light. I didn't run the red light. You get a ticket. You see? And it starts like that cop is now pissed at you for you being pissed at me, and it's just rippling out, and it's making, and then you're mad at the cop. Now you're yelling like, that, you should have got, because he should have. The cop should have got me. I cut you off. That's the bad move. You really shouldn't have been following me like that because you're not a law enforcement person. Your job is not to enforce the law. I get you mad. I get you want to tell me. Not really your job. You don't know if that person's concealing a weapon. You pull up to tell them something, and they fucking are like this when you pull up because they have a feeling they think that they're fine. And then they see you run a red light, honking your horn, and it's a Fox viewer. Oh God, it's MS-13 coming to get me now. Oh, they're pulling up beside me. Pow! Was it worth it to tell him that you know what I mean? Was it worth it? You really told him off, didn't you? Because a bullet inches your fucking face and your car wrecks through traffic and maybe that bullet rips through something else after going through you. Look at the ripple effect of that one quantum choice that took you to an inevitable end. Because of patterns you've set up in your life of how you respond. Even if your response is stoic, then therefore your response will always be stoic. Therefore, your pattern of future behavior is already kind of laid out, isn't it? If I'm a kind person who refuses to change that at all for any reason, all of my decisions have been made for me. I'm going to choose the kind choice. When people show me a bad face, I'm going to turn the cheek. If I'm an average person, I do whatever the fuck I want. But either way, I do what I want, and that choice has been made. All the choices when I'm presented with, do I want a sandwich or not? If it's my favorite sandwich, I'm going to eat it. If I don't have healthy habits and then someone offers me my favorite pizza, I'm going to eat that too, and then a dessert. You see? But if I have a healthy fucking habit, I'm like, I just got finished eating like I got fucking half a sandwich, dude, and that's, I haven't done anything today. I haven't even done my exercise and shit. Trust me, I don't need it. No, I appreciate it. It smells fucking great, but no. Your choice has been made. You're going to be making those kind of decisions, those same kind of decisions, without something interfering there. You're going to be making those same decisions. Because it feels good to you. It feels right to you. It feels what you want to do. You like the results. You're not getting any negative feedback to tell you to stop. And that's the only thing that will make us stop things that we like. Negative feedback. That actually affects us. If you don't feel anything, then even negative feedback won't even stop you. You have to have a conscience to have negative feedback affect you. Which suggests that you would more than likely either not do it in the first place or you're oblivious in your life. because you're making mistakes that you don't care about, even though you claim to care. I keep going off topic because it's fucking huge, okay? The whole thing is fucking huge. Greenland boxes in Canada. Look at it on the map. You can put a base at the fucking north and southern tip and sink any Canadian ship that's trying to get out. Alaska's on the other side, boxing them in there if they try to go to Russia. Again, naval posts. Look how Alaska's shaped. Naval posts, military posts. Who can they trade with now? The good old USA. Cut off the Panama Canal. Mexico can't really trade with anybody besides us. Look how that happened. And now they accepted the fact it's the Gulf of America because now Mexico is not Mexico. Well, they're coming here anyway, so why don't we just merge our government together? Then we have cheap manufacturing. Canada can get better fucking stuff. Mexico can get better fucking things. They can become a state, and therefore and they don't have to come here. Cut the Panama Canal, we cut off the connection between the drugs in the South and up here. It's not smart. It's isolationism in a world that has gone global. It's an old man screaming, "Get off my lawn," to kids going to school. And they're on the sidewalk, walking to school, and they're not on his lawn at all. But the fucking skin color of the neighborhood has changed, and he's scared. Terrified. Horrified. Mainly because of what he and his kind have done to those that are moving in. And those that are moving in, they're just happy to have a better fucking house. No. Because if it was me, I know exactly what I'd do. They're not you. I know, but think about this. Think about this. They start moving in, and they start replacing us. They start taking all the jobs. The corporation's going to hire them because they work cheaper. It's going to be shitty work, but they're going to hire them because they're cheaper. Like I'd pick those strawberries way better at $15 an hour than they do. Way better. They need an American out there picking those strawberries. But they don't pay enough. They only pay $2 an hour. I'm an American. I don't work for those kind of wages. Well, the cost of living alone in this country, because we're number one. All the meanwhile, you're just using all these ideas that you've been taught to blind spot yourself from one fallacy to the next fallacy. The blind leading the blind. And all of them go into the pit. America's the best country. No, it's the richest country. Just like Elon Musk is not the smartest man, he's the richest man. You see? You see how they fucking fool you? If the end goal of your life is to gather as much money, then the richest person is the smartest and the most important. I don't understand how things work. I don't give a fuck anymore. A lot of you are fucking morons. I went to school with you. From California to Louisiana, and I got to observe people in Michigan too. Fucking morons. Sorry. The number of times the teacher's like, everybody get it? We're ready to move on? I'm like, yes. And then hands going up. And she has to explain it all over again. You guys get it? Yes, let's move on to the next thing. And the hands go up. And it keeps getting fewer and fewer each time. But we're all equal, right? And how come I got it the first fucking time? I'm like, okay, let's keep rolling. And I can still recall the shit. How come? How come? How come I can recall shit that I studied for fucking 5 minutes before the test? How come I can recall vocabulary words? No, I don't have an eidetic memory. No, I don't. But I have a huge storage space, and I can go through there and find all kinds of shit. And then I can go, wait. Our space guy, Werner von Braun, Nazi, Project Paperclip. You know what I'm saying? Then I can make myself go look for other things. Okay. Shit. Nazis in America. Trump's dad was arrested at a Klan rally. That's our president. Trump's dad was called into Congress for stealing money from the GI Bills and stuff. With those early developments when his dad was a real estate agent. Yes, his dad was a real estate agent and got called into Congress, had to testify before Congress and return millions of stolen dollars. Because at least he was smart enough there. Trump would have just stole it and spent it. He probably looks at his dad as a sucker for giving it back. If you had spent it, there'd been nothing to fucking give back. What can they do then? Well, then spend it on things that you like food. And airplanes and airplane rides, not airplanes, but airplane rides, and sing the world and actually use it up. It's like what they say, never use a credit card to pay off things that will go away, especially like food and things like that, because the food's gone and the debt lingers, and you need more food. Like this TV, I got this TV on credit. It's like a 50-inch 4K. No, I'm sorry, that's the one in the living room. This one is not that one. This is the one I got from my mom when I bought her a new 4K TV. They're so fucking cheap. Why? Why? Why are they so fucking cheap? Remember when 3D TVs came out? I do. Because I bought one. Not when it first came out. When the prices went down to about $800. Now a 75-inch 4K TV, flat screen, top of the line technology, $200, $300. Vizio, not just on those fucking shitty off brands. One of the shitty off brands, you can get like $250, $300. You know what I mean? It's, if you go with Sanyo, you're looking like $500, $800 at max. Why? It couldn't have nothing to do with the fact that when Samsung started releasing their TVs, their smart TVs, that had no voice command system at all in there. The book said, and I never owned one, but don't speak, you watch what you say in front of this. Why? There shouldn't be a microphone involved in it at all. But, you got the remote control on your Vizio, and you can go, hey, YouTube, Pearl Jam, Black. And it just does it. And isn't that cool? And that I can trust that button is what turns this microphone on and off. And I can sit there right there beside me. I can do whatever. And that's connected to the internet. And nothing bad will ever fucking happen, will it? That microphone's not still listening. I'm doing this because fuck it. They're already watching. Are you fucking serious? Are you kidding? Are you fucking kidding? Edward Snowden? Nothing. The reason why is you have to root out dissension. You have to stop it. Now, I guarantee, with the stuff I've said over the years and things I've done, the only reason I'm not murdered, and trust me, I've been followed. I know I have. I've watched it. I've watched black cars circling my fucking house because I was talking to China when I was making these Equinox guitars. These are made in China. And I just want to know what they thought about Americans. Their honest thoughts about Americans. No filter, no whatever. So like, what do you guys think about Americans? Oh, we love you. You don't have to lie to me. I'm gonna buy the guitars no matter what. No, we really love it. I'm gonna buy the guitars no matter what. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. I really honestly want to know what Chinese people think about Americans. We love Americans. I don't. I don't like America. I think America's done some horrible shit and claims to be a good place, and it is not. I believe they're liars and they're whatever. Yeah, we hate it. We hate America. We hate Americans. The next day, everywhere I went, cars following me, black cars, circling around my house all day. The reason why is because I'm not getting any traction. If I were like an MLK and people were listening to me and actually like people were listening to what he's saying, then I say, man, do it. And pray that I stay dead. Pray that he don't send me back again. Pray that, because I don't work for you. I don't work for America. I work for God. So go ahead and pull the fucking trigger. I'm not even joking. Please. Please do. Put me out of my fucking misery. I hate it here. I fucking hate it. I really do. I fucking hate it. I hate it every day. Every morning I wake up, I'm so fucking miserable. I fucking hate it. The one thing that made it fucking worth it to being here turned out to be full of shit, so I don't give a fuck anymore. So it's too late. I mean, they probably wouldn't care now because they think they're done. Everything's in place. Everything's going the way that they want to do. And if you think it's about Trump and he's going to do this and that, you're wrong. What we're watching is controlled demolition. Because the people that run things really run things, they understand Polybius and his ideas about the cycles of civilization. They have watched, studied battles and wars. They've watched and made regimes crumble. America's made, oh yeah, we've gone around and we've crumbled all kinds of fucking people, man. If you're a threat to America and you're rising up. But the thing is, it's not really America. It's really what's under America's fucking Lady Liberty's skirt. You know, she turned green. I wonder why that is. Why did Lady Liberty go from a brass to tarnish? Right, tarnish. Tarnished with time. Turned from gold to green. It's like our money. Right? Right? Anyone familiar with the gold standard? No, because we've been on a fiat currency since the time I can remember. So as long as I can remember. We've been on fiat currency. The money's not backed by gold anymore, thanks to Richard Nixon. I believe that was 75. Because people were calling their debts. America was overspending because Vietnam War. And we shoot the BB gun. We won. We shot the BB gun. We get the cake. We don't lose, especially to a smaller country. Especially when it's so important to stop communism in its tracks. Because if we do not stop and kill everyone in Vietnam, well, communism is going to reign. Well, we didn't stop them. They stopped us. How's that communism? Well, I mean, Richard Nixon was, and the Republicans, they were so sure. See how they have a pattern of ginning you up on fear and being wrong? No, this is totally new. This is totally new. This is never seen before. This is unprecedented. We've never seen anything like this before. Have you wanted to put money that since Roger Stone has a tattoo of Richard Nixon between his shoulder blades, dresses like a fucking Batman villain, and under his deposition in the court of law and in a place of legal way sworn under oath, under his deposition. Look up the Roger Stone Anyone who thinks that Donald Trump and them are good people, please look up the Roger Stone deposition. As they're asking him simple questions, and he's turning fucking red. You can see the look in his face. You insolent fuck! How dare you even talk to me? I don't answer to you. And he's mouthing the words "fuck you" over and over, like the lawyer. He's not saying it, of course. He's going, fuck. And they're just asking him, like, dude, so on the 27th of 30, whatever, and he is losing his shit. And this is one of Donald Trump's best friends, along with Jeffrey fucking Epstein. I thought you wanted to root out pedophilia. Oh, I got it. So you put the chief pedophile in charge, so all the other pedophiles think it's okay to come out, and that way you can just chop their heads off. Is that what we're doing? $27 chess and all, because there's now, I think it's now up to like, what, 40? You guys have doubled down so many times. It's like 47 D chess is what he's playing, because when you think that he's stupid, he's really being stupid on purpose to be stupid, but he's not being stupid because it's an intelligent move, and that by playing stupid, he's actually being stupid, but that stupidity is making the people on the stand so no one knows what he's doing, so that way it keeps them confused, they don't understand what he's doing, and that way, see, it's just brilliant. No, I know it's losing money, but that's part of his plan. He's making the money. When he makes the money for himself, he's going to share with us. I know his meme coin that he just started as a fucking president, along with NFTs, which are, again, they're nothing. You got digital pictures. Actually, now I think about it, it is a pump and dump, because the meme coin was probably Elon's way of transferring millions, if not billions of dollars to Donald Trump. Once he gets his money out, he can just jump out of that fucking thing, dump all of his shit. And on the book, since they're running the meme coin, it still says him as the fucking head guy and how much he has in him. He's already taken his money out, and he's gone. He's long gone. He doesn't even watch the fucking thing. I don't know much about it. I heard it launched. The thing is, he knows exactly how much, but he's like, I don't know. How much was it? How much is it worth? How much? How much? And it's like, you made several billion. Oh, okay. See, I told you I'm a billionaire. That makes it. Oh, I'm not even surprised by how much. He wanted it announced that his meme coin on the air. He wanted someone else to say how much it's fucking worth. It's not coming out of his mouth how much he's worth. The reporter had to tell him because he's got so much money he doesn't even know how much he's worth. Here's a hypothetical situation for you. Elon Musk, richest man in the fucking earth. Donald Trump, most corrupt man on the fucking earth ever. He's got over $100 million of debt. Elon Musk has over $100 billion of wealth. Well, you got Reese's peanut butter cups right there, don't you? Elon Musk's kid said, "You're not the president." Looking at Donald Trump, "You're not the president. You need to go." In the Oval Office. His kid looked at him and said, "I want you to shut the fuck up." And the guy that was like doing, like just showing it back, like, watch. And listen closely. You listen to what the kid's saying. Just arrogant as fuck. "You're not the president. You need to go." Because kids have no fucking idea of whatever. And then he's looking at him. He's like, "I want you to shut your fucking mouth." And he like looks around, kind of like. No one tells him to stop. No one said, "Mr. Trump, did that kid just tell you to shut the fuck up?" They just act like it didn't even fucking happen. Maybe because Elania was talking. So like, oh, Elania, we love your man tits. And your 3-inch vertical jump. And your Hitler salute. We love it. What else do you have to say, Elania? Kid, shut up. Elania is talking. The first man is talking. The first man to buy the office of presidency is talking. No, he bought it. He didn't. Other people have paid and have been paid to. No one else has paid someone else to run. Get to the finish line. And in the last like few feet, hop out them shoes real quick. I'm gonna need that ribbon. Thank you. I win. Has there ever been anyone who's done that? The president is not the president. I mean, I get like, you know, Dick Cheney. You know? I'm talking about a private citizen. Not Halliburton. Halliburton bought that shit. Didn't they? Didn't they? No? Then who was the fucking contractor? No bid. I'm telling you, this thing is so fucking big. You have to remember all the shit. Tied together. Extrapolate. The reason they're both full of shit is Bill Clinton got up there and said, "I'd like to thank David Rockefeller." If you don't know why that's important, it doesn't matter. That's how close we are to the end. It don't fucking matter. Keep on being you, man. Keep on being you. Keep on doing what you do. It's too fucking late. That's what's really going on. It's too fucking late. It's too fucking late. But the thing is, it'd be too fucking late either way, because if they would have put Kamala in, it's not like we would have bought extra time. Because the fiat currency is running out no matter what the fuck. The clock has been running this whole time for as I said before, with Trump versus Hillary, do you want to crash into the ocean or do you want to crash into a cliff? It's crashing. It's going down. Me personally, as a passenger on the ship, I vote for a crash in the water. And everybody's like, no. Sharks are going to eat us. Electric. You heard Trump. You guys choose between the electricity. You're like, no. You're not hearing me because we can hit the land, hit the water and skim. We don't know what's out there. You know what I mean? But if we hit a rock, it's going to be over. It turns into a flotation device. Oh, I don't know. What if we're lost at sea for... Dude, being lost at sea, when the plane goes down, they're going to know. Some of us will make it out. I may not be one of them, but some of us will make it out. No, let's just go ahead and just crash. If I can't make it out, I don't want anyone to make it out. Let's go ahead and just crash into this fucking cliff. And at the last second, level our heads, reached in and grabbed the fucking steering wheel and pulled it away from the cliff. And we're like, and it's going to go into the ocean. It's still crashing. It's still crashing. I'm not saying that we were going to avoid crashing. I'm like, a water landing, we might. And then the whole cabin, like half the cabin, rushed the pilot and said, fuck this. Like that guy was talking earlier. They don't mind having pain and suffering as long as the fucking libtards suffer more. I'm willing to pay an extra $30 per month as long as they're crying. I know that's no way to govern. But I'm in pain, and as long as they're in more pain, I don't care. Make libtards cry again. They might have been crying, but none of them broke out ice picks and guns and fucking handcuffs and goddamn zip ties and fucking military tactical gear, rappelling ropes for climbing down the fucking face of the goddamn building. What in the fuck? Snowflake much? That was a bit of a temper tantrum, wasn't it? That was just a little bit of a temper tantrum. We didn't win. I know we did. You cheated. You had to cheat. Why? The guy didn't win the first time. He had the Electoral College. He told you that there were millions of fucking voters, and your hatred for the black guy just made you fucking go, sure. No one thought he'd beat Hillary. No, because he didn't. If it wasn't for the Electoral College, that piece of shit would have never been president. We'd still crash into the ocean, but he never would have been president. And we wouldn't be crashing into this fucking cliff we're about to hit. The Bible says it's so fucking bad. The tribulation coming is so fucking bad that no one would make it out alive if the times weren't sped up. What? What do you mean if the time was... What? What do you mean? Time's a constant. It's like 60 beats per minute. What do you mean if time wasn't sped up? What are you talking about? I don't understand it, so we're just going to move on. So... Well, I'm sure God has his mysterious ways. He does. He really does. They're mysterious. They're not incomprehensible. Come. Let us reason together. He gave you a fucking brain. He wants you to use it. He really does. He really wants you to use it. He doesn't want you... He wants you to use it for the right things. But he wants you to use the fuck out of it. Create. Become inventive. Do all kinds of stuff. He wants that. Don't think that you did it. He gave you that fucking brain. In the end, it doesn't fucking matter because he is you, so technically, go for it, but, would you all admit that you can't play a game or have house rules to the game until you set a level flat fucking rules. There have to be rules for you to go, well, that doesn't, because otherwise you're just out there with a ball and there are goals and stuff, but there's no rules. It's just ball. It's not kickball, it's not football, it's not soccer, it's just ball. It's not dodgeball. It's not kickball. It's not soccer. It's not basketball. Imagine like all the courts are out there, and all the balls, and all the people, and no one tells you how to play any of the games. There's tennis. There's all this shit. Bowling balls. All this shit. Do you know how much fucking shit would happen in destruction? I mean, god damn, how many people would start bashing people with bowling balls? I'm not saying like older people, younger people who think it's fucking funny because they don't understand the concept. Oh shit, they're never coming back. No. Oh fuck. You said it's a game. Yeah. We didn't expect you to go Lord of the Flies on us. Oh shit. Why didn't you stop us? You were killing people. Yes, a bunch of 10-year-olds were out there fucking killing. I'm not getting in that fucking feeding frenzy. A bunch of hormonal kids enjoying killing things with bowling balls and weird shit. And then others are over there playing dodgeball with fucking, like a medicine ball and shit. You know what I mean? It's just like, arm broke, he falls on the ground. Well, you're no good. Poof, ball. You got a broken arm. I was putting him out of his misery. That's what you get when you don't have like rules. Because then otherwise you go, hey, that's not what that bowling ball. You know that bowling ball goes in a fucking bowling alley. There's not even fucking pins out here. Put that shit back. Oh yeah, that's true. There's no bowling. Okay, yeah. Well, the tennis. Yes, you can use the tennis. Not for basketball. Tennis ball goes in the tennis court. Right. And what do I hit it with my hand? No, fucking tennis racket. Right. And I smack. No. Knock it over the net, and then so I kill him with no. God damn. I thought he was my enemy. No, he's your opponent. What's the difference? Well, there's no rules, so I guess there is no difference. Never mind. Kill the shit out of him. I guess enemy and opponent are the same thing. Words don't matter anymore. And those chips are epic. And yes, last night going to the bar and having drinks and laughing with some friends was epic. And when that guy looked at you, he was ugly and he kind of looked and smiled. That was sexual assault. And guys are really, all the stuff, because things don't matter anymore. There's no fucking rules. There's no whatever. Right? There is no universal truth. Fuck that. Truth is whatever you make it. Reality is whatever you make it to be. No, is it? That means I can make it into something whatever I want it to be. You don't want that to be true. Because I have a plan. Do you have a plan? I have a plan. I really do. I have a plan. I do. I'm not even kidding. Unia. It's not an IP. Only as a plan. The robber and the thief. The robber and the thief. No one ever asked why. No one ever. You gotta apply yourself. You're not applying yourself. There's progress report and progress report. You're not applying yourself. Yeah, I hear you, Dad, but you're not asking why. And my entire life, no one's asking why. Why? Why would you do that? Why did you do that? Did you mean to do that? You didn't mean to do that. And you still did that? What could you do if you meant to do something? Are you serious? Serious. When I mean to do something, you end up with like the Unia collection. The robber and the thief. Underwood. Keep Christerian. And it came in wet. Why'd you write all that? I'll give you the answer, but no one's asked, so no tell. No ask, no tell. What time we got? 7:30 a.m. All right. It's been about an hour. What's really going on is a fuck. It's not a double cross. It's not even a triple cross. What would you call it when there's basically kind of a triple cross that is seen and is foiled? But they let him do it to show. Let the record show. Can't punish a person for committing a crime before they commit the crime, can you? Because then you seem unfair. Look, I know what it's going to do. But you guys don't know that. And you don't know that. Okay. I'm going to have to let him do this to you. So when I kick the shit out of him, and I mean kick the shit out of him, like I was gonna do first. No one goes, why? That was so mean. Why'd you do in the first? You don't understand anything. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Almost. Because of friction and resistance. When you hit something, it doesn't necessarily return as much. That's why perpetual motion is. Yeah? Yeah. Okay. So we're there. You got friction, which is going to cause a problem with perpetual motion. The good thing is, well, yeah, I've solved that. But again, does anyone care? No. Does anyone care that it can generate energy also? No. Do you know how much shit I've actually worked out and solved? Most of it. Most of it. And what's even more fucked up is as arrogant and whatever that may sound, you gotta understand that everything I've been saying since the '90s, I've been saying this. I did not name the players. It was too nebulous back then. I couldn't see it. But everything I said has been happening. Sometimes in a, not like in like say a thing happens, but it doesn't have quite the effect. For example, I thought for sure that Jack Smith was going to. They still are. They're not done. They're not done. But I thought for sure it wasn't gonna get this way. I understand why now. January 6th points out why. Because it's a cult. You're taking down a cult leader, a political leader, and a public figure. Each one of them poses their own problem. Right? If you just need to oust a political leader, it's easy. Turn the will of the people against them, and they'll be out. Even in a dictatorship. The second, fuck that French Revolution, man. The second the people stop believing in a system, that system stops. There's not enough military to stop 350 million of us. Even if you take out all the, reduce the children and whatever, there's just not. Our fear of police and judges and whatever. That's what gives them power. That's why they try and instill it. That's why they force it. You will fear the cops. Every now and again, with a shouldn't have been resisting. Even if that's in the back of your head somewhere, that it could happen. It could be you. You saw it on the news in some other place. And that some other place might have said in the news in your place. You don't know, do you? Buffalo, New York could be hearing that in fucking, You don't know. Because most of us don't really, leave. Don't get around. Don't go do much. We're content with our little information bubble. Our group of friends that don't argue with us and agree with us. So therefore, we're always right. There's no new information that's going to conflict with our information. So everyone agrees with us. Yeah, I haven't met one person. No shit, because you don't talk to anyone but people that agree with you. I don't have to argue. It doesn't have to be an argument. You can disagree with someone and going, I see what you're saying. I don't agree with that. I'm not angry, so I just don't agree with that. I don't think that's true at all. And what happens? The person usually goes, basically, you're calling me a liar. When someone says, I don't agree with that, I go, that's fine. That's fine. Nothing I've said or done or believe requires you to believe in it. The universe is here without your belief. You are here with or without your belief. You will die with or without your belief. Everything that's going to happen will happen with or without your belief. If you don't believe in God and he shows up tomorrow, what happened to your belief? So you can go ahead and believe whatever the fuck you want, but I don't give a fuck what you believe. I don't give a fuck what scientists say. I don't give a fuck what they discovered. I don't fucking care. Because that's just a fucking holy scripture that you're passing down that is constantly being updated to match what you're expecting to find out there. You ever noticed that? There have been, once I said that, you go looking for shit, and while looking, lo and behold, you find it. They're finding all this shit that they wanted to find, where they're looking for, they're trying to get into, they're into this thing. And so they go looking for shit. They don't stumble on, like penicillin was stumbled upon. The petri dishes were left out, and the ones that were exposed to the bacteria didn't. Wait, why this? Why didn't? What? What's going on here? No, that's not what's happening. No, the muons, no. They're going to look for it because they have an equation that has fucking question marks in it. For the first time in ever, I actually saw an article today that said scientists accidentally discover this thing. They're supercooling this wire, and they found near speed of light particles or whatever the fuck it is, and they're looking for dark matter. And of course, the next article, you know what I mean? They're looking for dark matter, and they found it. Why is there people are really starting to lose faith that there is dark matter? It was a better name to call it antimatter. That was a closer description of what they should have been looking for. If they would have looked at it that way, you're not going to find it. And there's no way to find it. And that's probably why they started calling it dark matter. What? A solid that's not solid. It's a fucked up concept to think about, but yes. Okay, so liquid can be moved, you can move through it. Gas, you can move through it. Solid, you can't move through it. So the opposite would be a solid you can move through. See how the opposite properties, and it's kind of, once again, self-evident that these mirrors would be there. Chiral for every action. So, but that's not exactly true. Now that's for motion. I would say probably for physics, an equal and similar motion. almost equal and similar. It depends on what it is. Like I said, with energy, there can be equal and opposite. But when you get into friction areas, you're going to have it's going to be unequal. When I hit this, it's not going to slide across the table as far as much force as I put into it. It's not going to, you know what I mean? If I went from here to here, it's not going to slide that far. It's not going to slide the equal amount because the friction is sitting on the table. See? Or am I wrong? When I hit it, it's going to go shoot. Am I wrong? Okay, I'm right, right? It's pretty evident. Try it. Take something on the table and tap it and see if it goes as far as you. Start here. Equal and opposite, it should go the same, you know? But no, it doesn't. It does move in the opposite direction, right? It was sitting here. Movement comes here, hits that, and it moves. Boom. Similar. But because of friction, not equal. Antimatter, therefore, would be a solid you can move through. It would still have gravitational properties. Just like gravity's, the existence of gravity kind of supposes anti-gravity. Right now we have lift and thrust to defy gravity. We can defy gravity. So we can defy gravity. Stands the reason that we can, you know, because it is a weak force. It's so weak that, see, this is how weak it is. I can lift my hand up and just hold it out. Matter of fact, it's so weak of a force, I can add shit to my hands. And depending on how strong I make this, that's a solid, right? No, because look at it. It's already going through. And if I push hard enough, it'll go straight through. So that's not a solid. What is that? It's not liquid. There's liquid inside of it. What is that? I can't go through it, but it can be moved through. Metal, wood. It's solid, but you can drive a nail through. Stone is solid and cracks and breaks. The degrees of solidity. The less solid you get, the more towards a liquid. The more towards a liquid you get, the more loose than that, the more you get towards a gas. But it's still like water. This is the best one to use because there's water vapor. Condenses into water. It's cold and becomes. What happens on each one? It gets colder. No. It condenses deeper. Gets more and more compact. And it moves slower. The cold slows it. So cold has a property of slowing. Heat has a property of speeding up. You see? Expansion and contraction. Both are necessary. In order to do something. Otherwise you expand. And now you're not doing anything at all, are you? What can you do? We can contract. What can you do now? We can expand. What can you do now? We can contract. Energy. We can expand. We can contract. But it's not doing that, is it? What it's doing is on the back, on the bottom side, because it's energy. I can't do a sine wave. Expand, contract. Expand, contract. Expand, contract. Now we're doing something. Wait, right here? Then as I start talking, the thing goes up. But if you walk away from them, it starts doing this. We are doing, actually that'd be like doing something. Your words are energy. Knowledge is power. So therefore the words coming out of your mouth have power and energy. With enough of it and with God's will, living in God's will, you can speak reality into existence. We like to picture our, like the ancient ancestors, the people, the whatever, as being lesser, evolving. That may not be wrong, but maybe because they're more closely aligned with nature, the human being, more in tune with nature. That way we only use 10% of our brain. I believe it's like 10% at any one given point in time. But that's not to say that I don't think that's everything or everyone. You use your brain. Different parts of your brain do different stuff. There's memory. There's also, and you're just sloshing through it at different times, and different parts are lighting up and exercising and doing different things like that. And the more you use it, the just like any muscle, the more you use it, the better it works. The more you expand, the more you dream, the more you play, the more you invent, the better your mind gets at inventing. The more observant you are of reality, the more realistic your inventions become. Right? When you're younger and you start telling a story, and they all lived happily ever after. You get older, you gotta start getting jaded. You get older, get even more jaded. You still want a happy ending, but the story along the way is it gets darker and has more adult themes, and nothing simplistic. And the more adult you go, the more actually you actually go nonfiction. See how that works? You move from fantasy to reality as you begin to whittle out what reality is. Our literature, but not in a joyous way. Our literature does it in a death way, in a finalized and itself way. Like I said, you're young, it's full of hope and everything. Middle age has like a lot of adventure and things. The world's a possibility, and as you get older, the stories start getting darker and whatever. And then the things that you start going to like, and you're basically kind of like looking over the past of things that towards the end of your life and stuff. And yeah, you do watch movies and stuff, but your tastes have evolved a whole lot more. You want a lot more realism in your story. Somewhere or another, we started like really coddling the audience. Shakespeare never fucking pulled any fucking punches, and that's what people love and loved about it. And this is where they continually brag on Shakespeare and one of the greatest authors ever. And it's like, in order to keep that mythos going, we stop the tragedy. He's done tragedies, and they can't do tragedies anywhere as good as he does. Well, who do you think you are, William Shakespeare? No, but I do love a good tragedy. Fuck, I love tragedies, man. There's one that's called like Island of the Blue Dolphin or something like that. I can't remember what it was. It's fucking incredible. Madonna ripped it off and stole it. I was really hoping that she would, because it's almost beat for beat. The person that she had co-starring in it looked like the main star from the real one, the real thing. And I was hoping at the end it's like based on, and we tell that. Nah. They didn't give away any thing that, like that. They named it something else. Her version was way worse. The original was fucking great. It was I think it was Italian and subtitled. So good. So good. Yeah, it's like Othello and things like that. They're like Romeo and Juliet. I don't know why. Um, it's getting warm in here. Hopefully, it's getting warm outside. Oh, look at him. He's a little Romeo. Unless he's willing to die for some girl, he is not a little Romeo. He may be a little gigolo. Maybe a little Don Juan. But Romeo loved Juliet. So much so that when he thought she was dead, he killed himself. So when your dude's running around, your kid's running around, learning how to be a womanizer, you take Romeo out of your fucking mouth. Especially don't give it to him to use, because that's fucking... the fuck out of here. People are so fucking ignorant. Look at little Romeo over here. How many women have you been with in the last fucking 4 years? Yeah, no, you're not Romeo, dude. Get the fuck out of here. You're doing Romeo's a disservice. All these people walking around, I'm a man. You're doing men a disservice. Stop. If you're a cheater, don't dare call yourself a fucking man. I say we bring back rites of passage, man. I say we do it. For both people. Like I said, so if you're out at a fucking place... Hey, I don't mean to interrupt. Are you looking for an actual husband or something like that? Yes. I'm married. I'm not trying to interrupt. He's not a man. What? He's not a man. I know he's old enough to be in here. He's a boy. Why? Because he doesn't know the shit that... Are you fucking kidding? Hey man, what are you doing? I'm fucking making sure that you don't give men a bad fucking name so that she at least knows she's fucking with a boy. And if you had any fucking decency, if you were a man, you'd fucking say so. Because a man will fucking say, look, I don't believe in lying. I'd really like to hit it real quick. Okay, fine. Okay, you said no. Why are you freaking the fuck out? Jesus Christ. I didn't do anything, I just said I wanted to. I want to do, if you're interested, I'm being honest. No, I don't want to date. Honesty is the best policy, right? Seriously, look, I mean, you probably don't want to date me. But if you want to hit one real quick, I'm down for it. Then you don't have to deal with all my bullshit. Trust me, it's not worth it. I mean, it's worth it. It's worth it, but it's not worth anything past that. I can promise you, it's not worth anything for you. It's not gonna be worth anything past that. Well, you can't do that. That's not a man. Yes, it is. That's a man. Because he didn't fucking lie. He was honest. You may not like the truth. There's a difference. Just like what Donald Trump's doing there. He doesn't like where the money's being spent. That doesn't make it fraud. Oh, look at this. $57,000 for DEI. First off, when you're talking trillions of dollars, it'd be better to look at the $14 billion contract you have with Elon Musk. See if you can't renegotiate that to like $7 billion. He is the richest man in the fucking world, so maybe like he could show some loyalty to the country that fucking did that when he was an illegal immigrant when he made his first little bit of money with PayPal. Just maybe. Instead of going up buying the presidency and then going on the world stage saying that America's being a bully. But he thinks that's about to stop. Oh yeah, you're not paying fucking attention, that's why. You're not watching enough. You're not looking close enough. I remember being 7 years old and going to I was 5 to 7 years old. Because I left California when I was 7, so I don't want to pin myself into a fucking whatever. Man, that's fucking hitting good. That's good shit. There's a magic show. He does the disappearing balls and shit like that. And he brings his rocket out. And he sits on the fucking table. We're going to count down, all right? And it's going to fly to the back of the room. 3, 2, 1. There it goes. And everybody turns to look. And I go, I was just about to, I'm like, no, that's what you want me. You want me to look. I want to see this rocket take off. And he's pointing. It's going pretty fast, you know what I mean? Because I was like, no. You want me to look. Make the rocket fly. And he's looking, he's like, and I had my arms folded and I went, so help me, he goes. And he takes it and puts it under the table and he's like, ah, and everybody looks back and like, oh, and I'm like, I'm not going to bust you out. I'm not going to bust you out. So I sat there watching him. He's like, all right, it's coming back. I was like, because you got to make a return. All right, it's coming back. Everybody look, watch, here it comes. 3, 2. Everybody turns around and look. He puts it on the table. And everybody looks, oh! Adults. Adults were in the room. They go, whoa, what the fuck? Here it comes. Where? I gotta see this. Is that, oh, what? What? Oh, shit, he did it. I remember, he's like, he's probably like, I remember being that kid. He's already figured it out. I don't have time. And I don't have time. Because they're all looking this way, waiting to, you know what I mean? I have to do this now. So help me. Takes it and puts it underneath the table. Like the quiet, everybody else is clapping. I'm just, here it comes. Oh, here it comes. Well done. Well done. If I had been distracted like them, I'd be like, how the fuck did that happen? But I kept my eye on the right thing. Like the gorilla walking through the scene. The fuck is it? What? The digits on the bus. That pissed me off, and that's why I started watching really closely. This Brain Games or whatever is on HBO. And they were in Digitville. And there's 20 digits on the bus. And just driving. The bus is going down the street. Okay, there's the first stop. 4 digits get on, 3 digits get off. They go down. 5 digits get off, 3 digits get on. They keep going, they make the next stop. 7 digits get on, 4 digits get off. They make the next stop. How many digits get off? Actually, how many stops did the bus make? That's what it was. They make the next stop, everyone gets off. How many stops did the bus make? Fuck! You motherfuckers. I'm so busy counting. 7 get on, 4 get off, 13, 14, 15, okay, 13, 14. How many stops to make? You motherfucker. I'm counting the wrong fucking thing. Okay, so I need to keep my eye on the right fucking thing. Fuck! You motherfuckers! How far can you walk into a woods? Halfway, because after that you're walking out. Son of a bitch! Okay. I'm seeing how to think. I'm getting it. I'm getting it. I love those brain games, man. Those were so fucking cool. I'm learning how to think. So it's not just about the calculations. You gotta know what you're supposed to be calculating. It's not just about. Matter of fact, it never is just about. So it kind of is about Trump, but he's a useful idiot to get the plan done. Behind the scenes, there's a whole nother move. I don't want to spoil the ending. You're gonna love it so much. Yeah, no shit, dude. Forgive them for they know what they do. They had no. You guys have no idea the fuck you did. Again, what if Yeshua was, it says in the Bible, he who overcomes all things is either sit on my left or my right hand. I believe Jesus sits on the left and Isabel sits on my right side. So whoever. So what if this isn't our first time through this whole deja vu? Have we done this before? Yes! How many times? Enough that you're starting to remember things. Get it? Enough times. We've been through forever that you're starting to remember things. As I've said in the past, forever, people say, oh, you can't conceptualize infinity and forever. Yes, I can. Forever is so big and so long that eventually it reaches around and touches itself. It goes so far that way and that way that eventually it fills up everything and touches itself. It becomes so full of everything that there's nothing else to do but to start all over from nothing. Expand and contract. And now we're doing something. And it's all here. The only thing left to do is get rid of it. Now we're here. It's kind of like Polybius in the, not the omnicycle. It's just a cycle, not anacycle. It might be anacycle of society. We have anarchy. Someone stands up and is a leader, is a good leader. People vest power over to that person because they are a good leader and they have good ideas. You have a king. For some reason, the idea is that that leadership ability is something inherent in the genes Because the people still can't fucking figure out what to do and no one else has stepped up. So the son, who has been taught by the dad to do it right, his kids grew up in even more privilege. His kids grew up in even more privilege, and to the point where it's self-reinforcing that I'm king because I'm king. Not because I do anything. Do you understand what my great grandfather did for your great grandfather? All of this. What have you done? I came out of those balls, man. Those balls are now in my balls. King. Check and mate. Are you playing checkers or what? I'm both. We're playing whatever I want to play. I'm the king. Matter of fact, take his head off, and they become authoritarian. And people revolt. Tear it down. Remember what it's like to put in power in one hand. So now the power should be in the people. Yeah. And it works. So people forget. So someone comes in and starts to fracture the party because now instead of having to get the whole of the group, now you only have to get this half and a few others. Now it's easy because these guys usually have friends over there. But then you got to polarize this group to hate those guys. And you start coordinating off, and then now I take these guys, you guys take those guys, and we fight and see who can fucking win. Now we have politics. Slowly but surely, there's a group that rises to the top. Power entices psychopaths to be above reproach, above reproof, above punishment. So you don't get the best people applying for those jobs. You get the worst people applying for those jobs. The people that want those jobs. What you want is someone who's qualified for that fucking job and wants nothing to do with it. Why? So as soon as they're done with doing what they have to do, they get the fuck out. We want you to go, okay, I will do another 4 years. Then I'm out. I don't want this. You're not making me your king. I don't want to be president. I don't want to do this. I'm tired of you guys asking me what to do. Get someone else. I'm giving you 4 more years to find someone else besides me. That's what you want. And you don't want the guy to go, I'll do it. You don't want that guy. You don't want the guy. But the thing is, you have to go searching, again, for the most qualified person. What Trump is claiming is based on skin color because he's a Nazi. His dad was arrested at a Klan meeting. These are facts. They wouldn't rent to black people. These are facts. Elon Musk did a Heil Hitler salute on stage. These are facts. People around the world are watching, and they're around the world. There's no debate about what Elon Musk did. Only in America is there a debate about whether or not he fucking did a Nazi salute. Why is that? Why is the other countries addressing Donald Trump in a fucking diaper and crying with a fucking little pacifier? And you're drawing him as fucking Rambo riding a fucking dinosaur. Why is that? Rambo, really? Have you seen that fat, dumpy piece of orange shit? With the cotton candy orange yellow hair on top? Have you seen that dumb looking piece of shit? Rambo? Even Sylvester Stallone looks like he took too many punches now. He looked like he took too many punches back then. I am the law. Fuck you. Learn to speak English or get the fuck out of the country. It's not your fault, if you are the one. You give your heart to the thing and you try your own best and you... I can't hear you with you for a while. What the fuck? Arnold Schwarzenegger, as that comedian said, was governor of a fucking state he can't pronounce. California. What the fuck? There's no one else in California. Besides, and there's nothing on Arnold or being foreign. He's an actor. Okay? Ronald Reagan is an actor. He acted like the fucking president while other people pulled the fucking strings and you went, wow, best president. And who saw that and said, I could do that? Who sat there and refused to look away while everyone went, I could do that? Just be full of shit and just say stuff and people pay you, and then when you get done, look, I don't know. I don't recall. I have a brain thing now. Yeah, that's what it is. I can't remember what it's called. That's how bad it is. I don't know. Well, I don't know. Because you can't prove, at least right now, until Elon Musk is done with his Nazi plan of robots and space drones and there are things that have been bothering me. Was Jeffrey Epstein doing the things he was doing because he was a billionaire? Or was he made a billionaire because of what he was willing to do? Is Elon Musk really trying to get to Mars? Or is going to space and firing rockets a perfect fucking way? And that costs billions of dollars. I mean, you got rockets going to launch and stuff. Oh, and that one blew up. How much would it cost to make a shell of a rocket and fire it in the sky and blow it up? While the rocket boosters return. Because that was your goal anyways. So rather than land it and have to go retrieve or anything, just blow it up. And so then it just scatters into stuff all over everywhere and falls into the ocean and shit and on little islands and stuff. But fuck them, I'm a Nazi, so who cares if they fucking get hit? Who cares if islanders and shit like that get hit? They're probably brown anyways. And if we get some white people, so what? I have $460 billion. I'll pay their family, Tell me that, okay, someone, how much? $200 million? Yeah. That's not even one of my billion. Fine, find me $50 billion. I still have $410 billion. Well, now 390 because I owe Donald Trump $20 billion, so making him an actual billionaire since he's not really one, but he's a useful fucking idiot. What's even more fucked up is that people are so blind that while Elon Musk is displaying exactly what's going on, he is the president. He's standing over the president. His son is telling him to shut the fuck up. You're not the real president. You need to go. His son. Little kid. Oh, and Donald Trump instituted a rule of no children in the Oval Office. And Donald Trump instituted a rule of suits. And Donald Trump instituted a rule of no one stands taller than him or layers over him. And Elon Musk did all those. Not only did he also just. When is Trump known for. Remember, he's the best. When has he ever cede the microphone over to someone who's not talking about how great Trump is? And here to explain our plan. And then he gets up there and goes, so we were going to, there's no way to inject bleach? Fauci's back there like, fuck. And then all of a sudden, Fauci's the devil. He's been in that office for 50 fucking years, protecting Americans. But now that he's gone against Trump, he's the devil. Well, you don't know all the back stuff. Of a guy working with infectious disease. No, I don't want to know all the back stuff of his story, and I don't think he does either, if I'm being completely honest. I mean, how many mistakes have you made at your job? Are their lives on the line? Is it high pressure? Like high pressure. Millions of lives are hanging on your decisions. Because you're qualified for that. The president doesn't come to you and say, hey, you do this. Well, I barely have any sort of qualification, so sure, whatever you say. Is Kash Patel the most qualified person for that position, or the most qualified to get Trump's agenda done? Just like when she's up there acting with authority, the new press secretary, little chipmunk bitch. Someone needs to punch her in the face and remind her she works for the people. I mean, I know she works for Donald Trump, and maybe she's blowing him or whatever, but all of her paychecks, ours. Unless Elon Musk has gone ahead and said, look, I'll pay. And then that could explain why the senators are just sitting back quiet. Republican senators. Democratic senators are going, what the fuck's going on? Republican senators are going, well, of course Elon Musk needs all your Social Security numbers. Why wouldn't the richest man in the world need all your Social Security numbers and your tax information and all that stuff, as well as your, Census Bureau information? Well, why shouldn't the richest man in the world shut down the Bureau of Education? He's just making us better people. What are we going to need brains for anyways? He's got AI coming in. He's got brain chips coming in. We don't need our brains anyways. We're going to just take them out and let him put a brain chip in there. Then we'll be super smart. And since I didn't graduate, I've always wanted to be super smart. And he's paid enough money that he's going to make me super smart. Because he's altruistic. That was not a Hitler salute. He was throwing his heart to the crowd. All you have to do is see what the fucking white supremacist and Hitler fans think about it. They love it. Look at all the people coming forward. That one kid is like, the 14th, you know why they should slit you bitches' throat at the border? How long have you been sitting on that there, Chad? How long have you been How long have you been sitting on that fucking gem? of your little secret code. And how long have you been wanting to say the word nigger? Right in their face. Man, finally I can say it to you. It's been last time Trump was in office since I could do it. Now I'm drunk on fucking power, you niggers. We're gonna show you. The problem is, Trump is exposing the truth to the Republicans who have long been going, it's not racist, and they honestly believe. It's not. And they honestly weren't racist. They were honestly just trying to do fiscally responsible stuff, which is necessary. But it's also necessary to be liberal with your, if you're conservative with your medical treatment, you're not gonna fucking look on the bottle of like lotions and stuff. Apply liberally, unless it's like a high power shit. Then it's like apply conservatively. Apply only to the affected area, but apply liberally to the affected area. Conservatively around anywhere else, though. If your surgeon is very conservative with his approach to removing the cancer from your body, motherfucker, I'd rather you get a little bit of my liver with it. You know what I mean? Can I live without? Yeah, your liver's probably not gonna. I nicked it a little bit. Am I going to? Yeah, we got okay. Will my liver? Yes, it'll function. Okay, thank you for your work. Thank you for doing a great job. Not mad? Fuck no. You got all the cancer? We got all of it. So I'm coming back? I can't say, but we should have got all of it. Some of you motherfuckers, you nicked, I'm assuming, you nicked my liver. Part about I got the cancer out of there? Nothing? I said it's not going to really have any effect on you. I just told you to be honest. What happened? It was really close to your liver. It was actually touching, and I figured I might as well get a little bit of the liver. Didn't leave any cancer in there. Because you're gonna live. I knew it wouldn't cause any real problems. You're probably gonna be sore or something, you know what I mean, or what, you know. Pop in the back, man. Things are starting to crack. How long? Not long. What does that mean? I don't know. Because time is going to speed up. According to God's plan. When? I don't know. Soon? I'd say within the next, as of April, or within the next year. Probably. Why April? April's the beginning of the year. No, it's January. No. Shared mass delusion? What year is it? No, it's not. No, it is not. ADBC. And he will change time. Just reset the clock to 0. Why? Chinese or not? I mean, they're going by American, by the 2017, by the Christian 2017. But they're more like, and then the Jews are 5,000. And you're in 2017? And the Jews are in the year 5,000? Wait, what? Oh, that way you were here first. Got you. Okay, got you, yeah. Yeah, because then it starts at 0. And then those fucking Jews, right? Who won't go along with the fucking... They won't. They're rebelling. They won't go along with the plan. We just want to reset the clock. Why? Just do it. No. Ask the Jewish people what year. Ask them what year it is. Your time? Or the real time? Watch. Your year or real year? When's the first of the month? When's the first month? Your first month or the real one? What do you mean the real one? Is there well, if you're in 2017 and I'm in 5,000, I'd have to say I was here first. Especially since I have documentation to prove it. You want documentation, right, to prove who was here first, right? You demand documentation to prove who was here first. Right? You want to know what's going on? Did you see the guy in the stadium? There's the black security guard removing him. And he starts freaking out and starts screaming about, don't touch me, don't touch me. You touched my leg, you hurt me. Oh, you're hurting me. Don't touch me, don't touch. And no, he's not even touching the guy. It's a white guy. He's getting kicked out, so he's embarrassed. So it's not that. And then the guy is walking, and I guess the black guy's walking too close for the white guy. And so he starts slowing down, and he bumps into him, and he's like, oh, my leg! And he falls down. I'm like, you are witnessing that. That is white superiority. That is white superiority. I guarantee he believes he's part of a master fucking race. He gets lightly bumped by a fucking security guard who's making him face the consequences of his actions. And now he's trying to make it where that guard loses his career and his job. You're hurting me. Stop touching me. Dude full on falls on the ground after like walking and lightly kind of bumping into the guy. And then he just, like this fucking, it's ridiculous. The people in the audience and people that were nearby watching it all go down, they're seeing all these cameras coming out, and they're like they're getting up and moving away because like, I don't want to be, like if he looks like, hell, fuck you, dude. No, dude, fuck off, man. That's just, I don't want anything to do with this shit. Fuck that. No. Kudos to the guy that didn't actually hurt him. We can start instituting a fucking rule. If we start instituting a rule, you put a false claim on somebody, they're allowed to do it to you. Watch how quickly. It wasn't a black guy after all. It was actually no. I don't want to get a false claim charge. So I don't want that. What really what's the punishment? What are these people getting punished? What punishment are they facing for false claims? Now they've been saying this for years under privileged people that this has been happening of all races, white, black, Asian, everybody. There was a lady in the drunk tank. Straight got fucking rocked in the face. White lady. She probably talked some shit, but is that not still police brutality? I mean, rocked her. Rocked her right in the fucking face. She may have said some shit that deserved it. But in a bar fight situation, in a police situation, you should be able to hold your shit. You should. I get it. I understand. But that's the whole point of them doing that, is to antagonize you. To doing that, so now you're just as bad as they are. You have no superior high ground to stand on. You have no moral high ground to tell me anything, because when I said that about your mom, you punched me in the face. So, you were called to my thing because I was fighting a guy. You're no better than me. Why do I gotta go to jail and you get to fucking rock me in the face? And the judge is like, true, you shouldn't have. I'll see you there Tuesday. We're both going to jail, looks like. Because when you break it down, police are just humans. Famous people are just humans. There are no deities amongst us. Just flesh and blood. See? And if I put a on too much or cut, it will bleed. See, I got a bruise right there. So, just flesh and blood. That's all we got here, man. Donald Trump is no knight on a fucking white horse. None of them are. So stop looking for one. Start being a person who doesn't need rescuing. Oh, I don't know. When shit goes, don't take it. Is your freedom worth dying for? Are you ready to tell them to pull the fucking trigger and pray I don't come back? And willing to commit to that? I'll commit to that. I've been trying to check out. I'm serious. I tried to check out on my own. It's the Hotel California. You can never leave. So, I didn't try and check out again. Doesn't mean people didn't try to forcibly check me out of the hotel. Leave me for dead behind a building. Stomped on and beaten and fucking hemorrhage in my brain. It's Hotel California. You can check out anytime you want, but you will never leave. California, welcome. I shouldn't make fun of Arnold, man. He's actually really dope. One thing I could like about Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'm really just giving him shit. One thing I don't like is that he cheated on his fucking wife. It's just not necessary, dude. And then there were talks about, him being kind of womanizing before getting famous. So it's just, whatever, bodybuilding guy. Supposedly, I mean, he said he was smoking pot and stuff. I don't know if that's true or not, but I don't know. I don't care. As Bill Burr said, can you go to his country barely learn the language, become famous for lifting weights, parlay that into a number one blockbuster acting career, despite being not being able to really speak the language well. Being smart enough to pick, you gotta admit, at least for a while, I don't know about, I mean, on Jingle All the Way even, he was picking nothing but fucking hits. Predator, come on. Where do you think Get to the Chopper came from? For fuck's sake, man. Total Recall. Get out of here, dude. It's fucking great. 6th Day. Another great one. Michael Rooker. Are you get the fuck out of here, man? Arnold Schwarzenegger and Michael Rooker. You already sold me. You already twisted my arm, dude. I'm already there. Don't say shit else. I'm there. I don't want to know anything else about it. So glad I didn't know nothing else about it. 6th Day. That's all I needed to know. Thank you. Thank you for not saying a fucking other word about it. Jingle All the Way with Sinbad. Holy fuck. So good. And so terrible. And so, like, wholesome and so dirty. Phil fucking Hartman. Well, you know, Alice. Ted. Fucking Ted. Get the fuck out of here, man. No, I could not go to another country. Get famous for lifting weights. Already there, like a Mr. Olympian. Already known. So when they decided to bring Conan the Barbarian, I'm ready to take my loincloth ass out there on the screen and straight up roll the fucking shit, and people are going to tune in. Matter of fact, they're coming back for Conan the Barbarian. Oh yeah, James Earl Jones. Wilt Chamberlain, get the fuck out of here, man. He did what? Come on, man. Get the fuck out of here. Red Sonja. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Fucking fantasy movies, dude. That's where the shit's at. Let your mind fucking drift a little bit. Think of some shit that's not real. Take a good look at all the things you don't see. And yes, I smoke like this all day. Or I'm eating edibles. I ran out of my chocolate, and I'm trying to find another substitute to. I've got a little bit of oil left, and I'm trying to figure out something. So like the last couple of days, I've been smoking a lot harder than. I'm an opiate addict. If I'm not smoking, I'm craving opiates. So I stay fucked up. But I well, I mean, fucked up. I don't ever stop making sense. I mean, you see, I'm doing this right here. I'm still able to fucking do this. I'm writing music. I'm writing my books. I'm still doing all the shit that I do. I do lose track from time to time. Like I was talking about the G.I. Joe versus Barbie, and I jumped around a lot about stuff. Like I forgot to finish off like when you're born, fresh out of the darkness, can't use your eyes. There's this bright light, and you can't move. And there's people standing around you. They're tall, thin beings with big heads, and the light's behind them. And they stick something up your butt. Could have been the doctors putting a thermometer in your butt, and you're recalling one of your earliest repressed memories volatile. You could not move. There's nothing you could do. You couldn't scream. You could cry, but that didn't really help. You didn't have any. You couldn't make words. You couldn't understand anything they were saying. There was no scalpel. Right? Suture. To you, it's I couldn't make out a thing they were saying, but they stuck something in my butt. That was your doctor checking your temperature. That makes more sense. The light would make an outline around them, and I would be my eyes would be like this, and I wouldn't have any words, so I wouldn't understand the language, even though they're saying stuff I know now. Then I didn't know. So my memory would be they were just saying shit I couldn't understand. I could barely open my eyes. Everything it was bright everywhere. And there's just long, thin beings. They weren't long, thin. There's just light blocking out. The doctor. They had big eyes. I don't know. I mean, shit. I don't know I don't know what you went through when you were doing your, you know what I mean, through your birth. Maybe you had a problematic fucking birth. That's why it's kind of tragic and you remember it. You remember all the noise and there were a lot of sound and people moving around, and I couldn't move. I also forgot to mention that, like, I mean, I kind of did, like, where all the different things that Barbie is just all Barbie's the Barbie show. Whereas G.I. Joe kind of teaches teamwork from, if nothing else, if I want to be a martial arts expert today, but I want to be a desert expert guy, this expert, we're going to, I'm going to the sandbox, so I'm going to bring my desert guys and all my desert stuff. I have to be someone different. Total different set of training. He's in command in the desert. Other guy at the base, he's in command. He's in command of this thing. This is an operation, and we're going to go back and report to him. And these are all known. We're learning all this shit as a kid. The chain of command. Right? We're playing with army things. Guns. Moms and dads are gleefully buying guns for your kid to play cops and robbers. Even fake ones. It makes the real sound and everything. You can really pretend to shoot your friends. Laser tag was awesome. And it would have been great because it's laser tag. You're supposed to shoot the sensor, or you have a helmet with a sensor. You're not supposed to shoot the person. The game is to play like tag and you're out. Not bang and you're dead. The difference would be as you're playing laser tag and you're growing up playing laser tag and you're doing whatever that. If we're doing stuff like that, if someone were then to go like hand you a gun, like it's like heavy, that feels real. You know what I mean? This is a toy. We're playing tag. What the fuck is that? That's got weight and heft to it. Oh, you want to play for real? I don't want to play for real. Whereas you've been going bang, bang, bang. Bang, you're dead. You gotta lay on the ground for 10 seconds. You can't get up for 10 seconds, you're dead. Guys on TV have the pow, pow. And those guys go down. Yeah, that feels real. Anyways, it's 2 hours and 30 minutes. Yesterday was a VD day, Valentine's Day. So I hope you enjoyed your VD. Hey, a friend gave it to me last year, and I'm just giving it to you now this year. I'm just sharing the VD love. Enjoy your VD. That's a good thing about having like a bro, a real bro. No, not a brother, but a bro. No, you are not of blood, but you might as well be. God damn it. It's even better. Brother's got a hug. Have a good day.